you're done for. Like, if those guys can really do those moves on you, dude, that's some shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, quite honestly, man, when I was 9 or 10 years I was in, I got hurt more practicing. Like, in the ring. I mean, there's a lot of those guys. I mean, you work with who've been doing it for a while, man. They were very, very, they took it easy. They took care of you as the opponent. And it's predetermined. You can still get very hurt. I've seen a lot of bad injuries. So yeah, dude, it was fun. Like I couldn't even tell you about wrestling these days. I probably have not watched it in 15, 20 years. I don't know anybody who's on there anymore. Like, my day was, I got out of it, and I'll tell you how long ago this was. My last match was in January or February of 2001.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
And my uncle, Fedicino Villalobos, but he was known as El Lobo. He wore the mask and the whole thing. And he for a little while there, he was a tag team partner of Pepper Gomez. And Pepper Gomez, he was a trip because one of his matches, he took some Louisiana hot sauce and sprayed it into the guy's eyes and then beat the hell out of him. But my uncle, they say it was fake and all that. My uncle permanently injured his back and he had to get out of it. So, yeah that was it.
Yeah, it's one of those careers, man, or whatever you want to call it, where it's not very long term for a lot of these guys. Because the injuries are serious, and you end up walking out. And by the time you're 50 years old, you're handicapped, most some of these guys. So yeah, it sucks, but it was fun.
Oh yeah. Getting back to the paranormal, what case really stands out for you? Of all the cases that you've been involved in, what is that one case that really stands out?
It's probably, I have kind of two categories I go with that. I go with on TV and off TV. Off TV, definitely the House of Wills in Cleveland, Ohio. The one I wrote the book, The Horrors of the House of Wills, and it was about my investigation there, my time there, what happened to me, where it was the only at that time it was the only place that ever literally followed me home and played havoc in my life for about 6 weeks. So I sat down and wrote a book about it a few years back, and it came out like 2 years ago, and that was the one that really, to this day, people always ask me about the House of Wills. On TV, I would probably say probably Haines, Alaska is one of the ones that really sticks out to me. That's the place where on the show, on Ghost Hunters, I actually caught a full-body apparition 2 times on my body cam at the Halsey Land Hotel. That was pretty compelling because at that time I had never captured anything like that. You always get people capture shadow figures and a really cool EVP or this or that, but I actually was able to capture this full body apparition twice on my body cam, which was really cool.
We had an expert on here, Daryl, that as far as equipment, you might even know him. You can tell him, Paul, but he was saying that was pretty rare. Like, until then, I really didn't, I didn't think much about it. I've seen apparitions on photos, but the guy had a PhD and had been investigating it for like several years. He was saying that it's more than likely not a malfunction of the camera, but it's actual entity. So that he was saying that's rare, but that's cool.
Oh, the one I captured on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the crazy thing is, it was by complete accident. I totally forgotten, because I'd always wear a body cam. It was something they would give us, the production would give us, but sometimes we wore them, sometimes we didn't. I always got into the habit of just popping it on. It was like an extra set of eyes, or an extra investigator with you. And I totally forgot I had that thing. I mean, you're in Alaska. It's January, February. It's cold, so you're bundled up. You got 2 or 3 layers on. So I had it clipped onto the front of my jacket. And I had my jacket unzippered down, so it was hanging down. And I remember, we heard it. not just myself or Mustafa, but the camera guy, a producer, and a sound girl that were two flights below us heard this thing run across the floor. And they were yelling up on us on the mics, like, what was that? They're asking the camera guy. He's like, I don't know. He said, we heard something run down the hall. And I'm like, man, at that point, I felt like it was just a personal experience. And I remember looking down, like, oh shit, I got my body cam on. So I just remember getting out of there once we were done filming that part of the investigation, and getting back to the hotel that night, or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and throwing it on my laptop and just sitting there, just scrubbing through the footage, and there it was twice. And I thought it, I remember capturing it once. I was like, oh man, that's cool. And I sat there and watched it for about an hour and 45 seconds, and there it was again. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. I was so stoked to catch that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl, at one point in time, I could turn on the Travel Channel or Discovery Channel, and you would see all these different ghost hunting shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they're gone. What's going
on? Well, you had the big merger 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, where the HBO or Time Warner, whatever you want to call them, purchased the Travel Channel, and purchased a bunch of that whole conglomerate thing over there, and it just got rid of a lot of the shows, man. Unfortunately, it killed them all. The only one that really survived was Ghost Adventures. They kept them on. Everyone else just went away. Fortunately, we weren't with them. We were on A&E, which is Disney. So we had nothing to do with any of that. Yeah, but our reruns were actually playing on Discovery Plus, which was part of that purchase deal. Yeah. So you see that our reruns on the HBO thing too as well.
Now, is Ghost Hunters coming back on, or is it already on?
No, it's not on. That's above my pay grade, man. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm already filming a whole nother show right now.
Oh yeah. Tell us about that. Yeah, that's
My Haunted Manor USA, which is in one location. We've been there for a year and a half filming. We're in our second season now, and it's at one location. We have 3 locations through the world. We have 2 in the UK, 1 here in the States. There's another team that cover the UK, Pendle Hill, and the My Haunted Hotel. Over here we have My Haunted Manor, which is in Columbia, Pennsylvania. And we film there, and the stuff we capture there, quite honestly, it even blows my mind, the stuff we're capturing in this location. This place is just... And then the cool thing about this show is it's the only show where the actual public can actually come to the location while we're there filming and be a part of the episodes. Wow. So what we do is we have 16 cameras set up in the building at all times that are running 24/7. So we capture everything that's happening there when we're there or we're not there. And so we can go back and watch all that footage. We get little alerts on our phones or on our laptops saying something's happening in the building. And then we go there and we build the storyline about what we capture. So we build the whole narrative and the storyline around that. And we also build it around the public who come there and investigate and capture stuff when we're not there or when we are there. It's a really cool concept. The public loves it. We have people come from all around the world to come to this location that really no one even knew about 2 years ago. So it's a really awesome concept. The town of Columbia has adopted us. We're members of the Chamber of Commerce there. It's a really cool thing, and we're actually opening up a new location in California.
Are you talking about Columbia, South Carolina?
No, Columbia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Actually, a lot of people don't know Columbia, Pennsylvania was supposed to be the capital of the United States. It lost by 1 vote.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Daryl, I'm sorry, Xandy.
California.
Oh, no, go ahead. Xandy, are you there?
You saying about California, Daryl? You're talking about California?
Yeah, we have a place that's, we haven't really put it out there a whole lot. Yeah, we kind of talked about it on the show when we put some social media stuff out there, but we have a location opening up in California. The only thing I'm going to say right now, it's about an hour outside of Sacramento. It's a very historical location.
We live in Sacramento. live in
probably up here by
Sacramento.
Pollock Pines, huh?
Yeah.
What's that? I'm sorry.
You by Pollock Pines where I'm at.
Is that where you're at, up in that area? Okay, yeah. So we're about an hour outside of Sacramento, where we're opening this location up. It's a jail. It's a 25,000 square foot jail that was built in the 1840s. Got a lot of incredible history. It didn't close down until the early 2000s, so it ran for a long time. We've been there doing some filming behind the scenes and getting stuff set up, so hopefully we will be there filming full time by June. So
That sounds like the jailhouse over in Placerville.
And that's it.
It's all I can say is about an hour outside of Sacramento. I don't want to say too much.
I know.
Don't want to say too much.
NDA.
And when you're ready, we'll just go up, and me, you, and Paul will just go up on Mormon Immigrant, pop out, do a couple of blasts, get in the car, and go to the haunted location. How about that, man?
There you go, bud. I fly into Sacramento, so you can get me there, man. I'm good.
Oh, Daryl, we have one of your comrades on this show, Sylvia from Ghost Hunters International.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know her?
No, I do not.
Oh,
I've never met her. No.
Okay.
I know a lot of the old cast, like Dustin and all those guys. I never met her. No.
Okay. I know you hunt the ghosts and you probably hunt demons. Do you do any hunting of UFOs or cryptids?
No, I'm very interested in it. I've never done that. I've seen some crazy stuff on investigations on when we were on Ghost Hunters. We were doing a lot of stuff out west, like New Mexico and Arizona. Some crazy places. We actually did a location in New Mexico, and it was a UFO. It was labeled a UFO hotspot. Also, with a lot of paranormal activity. There was all kinds of sightings there, like the Dogman type stuff, UFOs. Got a lot of really strong Native American background to it with the Mescalero and Apache Indians. So it was a really cool location.
Oh, okay. Now, you're also too involved with the American Ghost Hunter show on Paranormal Warehouse.
That was my podcast.
That was your podcast. Okay.
Yeah, I have not done that in 6 or 7 years. Yeah, no, that was old.
Okay. And what is the Ritz investigation?
Oh, that's coming up here in April. The Ritz Theater in New Jersey. It's an event I get asked to do events and stuff throughout the country. But myself and my two co-hosts for My Home Manor USA will be there. Jeff and Trey Bader, the Bader brothers, they're on the show with me, and we'll be doing a full investigation with the public, meet and greet, Q&A, all that type of stuff. Yeah.
And I noticed that you got a thanks. Someone thanked you for the haunted doll wakes up the manor.
Yes. Well, it's funny because when I was out in Sacramento in September. I was at the location that I was just talking about and kind of scouting it out and everything. And I met a lady out there who collects haunted dolls. And she actually sold me one of her dolls. I wanted to bring back to the manor to do an experiment. And so I brought the haunted doll back to the manor, left it there with a couple people from the UK who came over to visit the manor one night. I had an event. I couldn't be there all night, so I stopped by, dropped it off with Trey, who's in the show with me, and these three girls who came over from the UK, and a lot of crazy stuff happened. Now, it worked so well in the manor with changing, with the experiment we did, and with changing the atmosphere in the manor, that we have it on permanent display there now. So you can visit it, you can investigate with the haunted doll. It's on a display in the actual building.
Daryl, where can I watch your show at? Is it on a regular TV channel or?
Right now, we just released all our stuff to YouTube. It's sitting. it's waiting to get released on TV. We have a contract with a company, and they're supposed to release it. We're just waiting for that right now.
Okay.
But you can go watch it on YouTube on My Haunted Manor USA or the My Haunted Project, which will show all 3 locations throughout the world. The 2 in the UK, which is the My Haunted Hotel, and then My Haunted Pender Hill, and then My Haunted Manor USA. And the 4th one will be coming soon.
Daryl, if I was a magical genie, and you, one of your wishes was to investigate something, what would that place be that you haven't been there yet, but you want to investigate it?
Ooh, there's a couple on my wish list. I would say probably, and I know this will probably never happen. I would love to investigate Amityville, like the real Amityville, and investigate it. I know there's people say it was real. Some people say it wasn't real. Just be there.
Yeah.
Just to be there, to be a part of that history. Because when I was growing up, that was the Amityville horror came out and all that, and that was a big thing. I would love to go investigate that. Another one would probably be. And it's a place I've been, but I didn't get a chance to investigate it. Was Tombstone, Arizona.
Oh, I've been to Tombstone. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. They say, well, the actual gunfight wasn't at the OK Corral. It was in the back alley, but they said that people have seen the shootout and it replays itself over and over again. The residual energy from it.
Right. That would be wild to witness that. Yeah.
That's cool. Xandean, I know I'm talking too much. Xandean.
Nah, man, we trying to listen to this good gentleman, man. Thank you for giving us so much information. Yeah, I was gonna ask you. This is probably off the wall question. What sign are you, man?
Scorpio.
Okay, all right, water sign like me. Okay, November or October?
November 1st.
Okay, my son is on the 15th, and his mom is on the 5th.
Okay, yeah, it's funny. My mom's Halloween. I'm the 1st, and my dad's the 10th.
Guess what? My dad is November 1st.
I'm sorry?
My dad is November 1st.
Wow, cool.
Daryl. Okay, every ghost hunter knows that orbs could be dust, it could be skin flakes, it could be lint, it could be dewdrops, light refractions, whatever. Do you think that any orb has the potential to be something paranormal, a spiritual containment field?
I do. The stuff that a lot of people put out there, 99.9% of it is what you mentioned. I've seen real orbs where it's basically it's energy. It's a ball of light where you actually see it in real time in a room. I've even seen them where they were so strong or so bright they lit up a whole floor of a house.